This song is here to remind you that you're never alone.
What goes in your heart today, it matters more than words that fade away. Like sunlight paints the world always, don't hide your eyes, disguise a beautiful day. Don't be a one-man show and go ahead and share the love you hold inside. Don't think twice, don't think that you're alone. You're alone, you're not alone. When you know the key is to share the love you are. You're not alone. To find a heart that beats like yours, just give your heart to anyone in need. Spread the word, share the love, it's changing all that it can be. Don't be a one-man show and go ahead and share the love you hold inside. Don't think twice, don't think that you're alone. You're alone, you're not alone. When you know the key is to share the love not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. Can you believe it's already been a week? You're right. It's been a week since I talked to you last. And I'm grateful to be with you. So if you're out there, I would love for you to check in. Please write your name, maybe where you're from if you're not local, or if you're local and I don't know you, write where you're located. So that helps me understand who we're talking to. If you've got questions or comments, write them down as well. But check in, talk to people, make this an interactive experience, because when we do that, we're actually building a worldwide community. So in case you don't know, agape means unconditional love. And for those of you who have not been following me that long, for me, love means total acceptance. I do not believe in conditional love. I think that's a fallacy. Love does not have condition. Love is total acceptance, meaning there is no judgment. And so if you look at the world today, you're probably not going to be able to see a lot of love. You're seeing a lot of judgment. Conservative judging liberals, liberals judging conservatives, people with vaccines judging people with non-vaccines, people with non-vaccines judging people with vaccines, men judging women, women judging men, gays judging straights, straights judging gays. this ethnicity judging that ethnicity, this religion judging that religion, and vice versa, atheists judge. It's everywhere. There has never been more separation that I've witnessed in my entire life. And what I believe is that it's the universe giving us signs it's time to wake up. It's time to come back to our truth. And our truth is we're all one. We're all unique. And we can live in harmony. And there's enough for everybody. We have got to work our way out of this scarcity idea that there's not enough. There's more than enough for all of us. And all we have to do is open ourselves up to that idea. So why don't we start that today with a little guided visualization? So why don't you bring yourself into a comfortable, seated, upright position with your back straight, your hands gently resting on your lap. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Realizing that as you breathe, you are breathing in life. And life is actually breathing you. So consciously see life moving in you. And on your exhale, see life purifying all that needs to be released. Life is amazing. In fact, life is who we are. Know that you are life. Your self-awareness is life experiencing itself. So settle into your body. Let your body relax. Relax it from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. From the tip of the fingers of your right hand to the tip of your fingers on your left hand. Just let your breath bring your body into perfect, complete relaxation. Feel how good it is to relax. Now know that you're safe. And knowing that you're safe, tell your ego, it's okay for you to chill. There's nothing for you to worry about. And so with your ego resting, allow your mind, your awareness to go into the depths of the subconscious mind. Go deeper, 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 until you get to the point where there's no contrast. There's only perfect balance. Where the ego does not exist. There is just allness, oneness. And simply sit. Observe how relaxed your body is, and observe as the thoughts move through your mind. No judgment, no attachment. And see, because you are in this state, there's perfect peace in your life. This is peace on earth. It happens within us. When we let our ego go and we relax into the observer, the allness, the soul, the very truth of who we are. So ask the infinite wisdom that is fully present within you, what is mine to do today and to do this week that will allow me to have my greater, unique, magnificent experience of life? What is mine to do? What step can I take to begin my journey of self-discovery, self-awareness, and self-experience? How can I be more aware and use the creative power that surrounds me? Sit and just listen. The answer can be very subtle. It could be simply buying a flower, being kinder to someone you know, calling an old friend just to say thank you for being in my life. Life does not need to be complex unless we make it complex. I believe in the simplicity we find the beauty of life and love. Just notice what you feel. Don't try to describe it. Don't try to become attached to it. Just be with whatever you're feeling right now. Let this feeling become anchored in your mind, and know that you can come back to it anytime you want by simply bringing your awareness back to your breath. By taking 3 deep breaths, you can restore this perfect feeling of connection, of oneness. Time to listen, a time to hear. So take a moment and be grateful that you took the time to go within, to listen, to let go, and to embody a new idea through which you get to create your life. And having done that in gratitude, bring your awareness back to this time, to this place. Gently start to become more aware. Start to move your body a little bit. Your shoulders, your hands, your fingers, your neck. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome this new day. Well, today I'm going to continue my talk series, Our Hidden Power. And this is part 6, Nothing is Ever Lost. And we start where we've started every one of these talks, and that is, there is one creative power in the universe. It is everywhere present and within everything. And whether we're aware of it or not, we are using it with every thought that we think. So think about this idea that nothing is ever lost. Have you ever lost your keys, your wallet? Have you ever misplaced something? Is it lost? Is it really lost? Or is it just not focused in your mind. And when you're not thinking about it, what happens? Oh, my keys are here. Oh, my wallet is here. Do you realize it was never really lost? Well, we think it was. And what is loss? It's simply a perception. That's all it is a perception. So here's a question I want to ask you today. Do you have a fundamental belief in loss? When I say a fundamental, you could translate that into saying an unconscious belief in loss. Do you believe that as you get older as a man, that you lose your hair? Apparently, I have an unconscious belief in that because I am losing my hair. Do you believe that as you get older, your memory gets worse? I'm told that all the time. And I want you to know that I have been working on that for 5 years, and I believe that my memory is better than it's ever been. Better than it's ever been. So what I was able to do is I was able to transform this unconscious memory or this unconscious belief that I adopted that your memory gets worse as you get older. Remember, the basis of everything we teach at Agape is that it is done unto you as you believe. So when you're experiencing loss in your life, you have to ask the question, what is my underlying, maybe unconscious or subconscious belief that I will lose? It's there, trust me. You see, the overall thought pattern of loss is so widespread in humanity and so subtle that few people realize they have it. We don't realize, but everything that we hear, everything that we observe becomes a part of an atmosphere. It's like, remember the Charlie Brown comic and Pigpen had this cloud of darkness around it, dirt? Well, we have that we call a thought atmosphere. And that thought atmosphere that we have around us, it attracts to us or it repels from us. So if you've created a thought atmosphere of loss, a thought atmosphere of being a victim, you will attract circumstances, people, events that bring that condition into your real life experience. But here's a critical thing to remember. What thought has caused, thought can change. That's why in religious science we talk about change your thinking, change your life. We talk about the idea that the past is not precedent to the future unless we allow it to be. We can change our thought atmosphere and we will change our experience. But I want you to know, it takes time. It takes effort to change our thought atmosphere. That's the work. Ernest Holmes said there's a natural evolution in the demonstration of a prayer. What he's saying is it takes time to build a belief where all of your thoughts, all of your words, all of your actions, all of your feelings are aligned toward a specific and intended result, and they are held consciously and unconsciously. That is the creative process and the work of creating newness. Remember, what thought has caused, thought can change. And we've established over and over again that before any experience, any situation, thought is always first. It is always cause. But because of the creative process, you can't separate cause and effect anymore. But until you put a new cause out, there'll be no new effect. You see, an unfavorable belief, unfavorable based on the idea that it's not what you want, can always be replaced with a new belief. It's like software. You've got a software on your computer that's corrupt. What do? You uninstall it by putting in a new software. I like to think of software as beliefs. We have a belief that is no longer serving us. We install a new belief that will serve us. Do you have to uninstall the old belief? No. The new belief that you install will override the old belief. So you don't have to go digging into the past. If you know what the new belief is you want, you work at creating the new belief. You see, from the standpoint of the universe, of the infinite, there is never loss. Never loss. The universe is always complete because it's infinite. So when something ends, something begins. There's no such thing loss. It's only from the human perspective, from the ego perspective, that we see loss, because we only see one side of the coin. We never look at both sides at the same time. Isn't it fascinating? You see, when we fear loss, we fear that we are not capable of creating that which we previously had. And this, my friends, is the denial of our basic nature. This is what you find when you look at millionaires. People who truly are millionaires, that they have created a net worth of millions of dollars. Because in order to create that, they had to become a person with a mindset of a millionaire. So if they lose their money, almost all the time they will make it back. Why? It's because who they are. They understand that their basic nature is a millionaire. So they understand the process of how creating it. See, when you fear loss, you fear you're not capable of creating something. So here's a great example. A bunch of people have come to me through the years and said, what happens if Jean were to die? Jean is my wife, in case you don't know. You talk about you've got this great relationship. You'll never, ever, ever be able to replace Jean. Well, first off, realize the reason I have this incredible wife is because of who I am. The law of attraction has attracted me to her and her to me. So if Jean disappeared, because of who I am, the universe, the law, my basic nature, will attract me someone very similar or maybe even more. There is no loss. It's only a perception. You see, life is never unfair, as it is always producing what we believe. Life's law is we either learn or we suffer. Do you get that? And all suffering means is we're not getting what we would like. That's all it means. We're not getting what we would like. And so if we're not getting what we would like, what that's telling us is we're not using the creative process. We are not using the law in the proper fashion to get what we want. And here's what it is. Life, the law, the infinite gives us what? Infinite do-overs. No matter how many times we think we've failed, we always have another chance to be a greater us. We always have another chance. Now, how that demonstrates? It may not demonstrate with the same partner staying in your life. It may be with a new partner, but it will give you who you are. It always gives you what you believe. And you see, what you believe is who you are. So the key thing is, if you're not getting what you want, change who you are. And you do that by changing your beliefs. You see, we must cultivate an expectancy of good rather than trouble. And this, my friends, takes tremendous discipline. Yeah, discipline. And this is where we in society today lack. We say we're committed to things, and then we do it for a month and the discipline disappears, and you say, were we really committed? I know people who've said to me, Lee, I am committed to a daily meditation practice. A month goes by, I ask them, how's your meditation practice? Well, I've done it twice this week. Oh, wait, 6 days have gone by. Where's your commitment? Meditation is not something you do once every other day, once every 3 days. It's something you do every day. That's the commitment. If you're not disciplined, you will not be successful. If you're not disciplined, it's telling the universe you're not committed. If you're not disciplined, it's telling the universe you really don't believe what you're saying. It's not a belief. It's a wish and a hope. And let me tell you this, the universe never gives you what you wish or you hope for. It only gives you what you believe. And see, let me give you a little freedom here, because we do not have to think about a particular condition in order to experience it. It is our general nature, our thought atmosphere that draws experience to us. I don't have to think about my heart being healthy all the time. I think about my overall health and well-being. And then everything under it, under that umbrella of thought, happens. I have to think a consciousness of abundance. And I'll attract abundance in ways I cannot even imagine. So you don't have to be totally precise about the condition you want, but you have to have a thought atmosphere or a parent thought that would encompass that which you desire to have in. You see, anything we feel is lost can be changed or restored when we change the nature of our current thought pattern. That's the work. You want to find your truth? Change the nature of your thought pattern. It's not lost. Your truth is always with you. You're just not focused on it. Most people focus, though, on what has gone out of their life. And this binds them to continually have experiences of loss. I know people who have lost a child 35, 40 years ago, and they continue to focus on the loss of that child. And the experiences they have in their life are of loss. I know people who have lost a child and seen this incredible gift come to them, that they have found a cause so that other people will not have that experience. And they've touched the lives of hundreds or thousands or millions of people as a result of a loss that occurred that turned into them having ever so much more than they could have even imagined. You see, it's where we focus. Don't focus on loss. You see, every loss or ending is a new beginning into something greater. It all depends on which perspective we live by. And face it, every moment of every day, we're going to experience some form of loss. But it's not a loss. It's just the universe saying, time to begin again. That's why there's change. Because change allows us to grow. Change is always about a new beginning. And if you think about today, everything that's happening out there, it's not a time to worry. It's a time to realize it's time to begin again. And what's the best way to do that? That's when you go into meditation and you ask that question. And so we go and we say, we actually adopt a mantra. And here's the new mantra or affirmation. I choose the path where everything is a new beginning. Isn't that a great way to focus on life? I choose the path that everything is a new beginning. I choose the thought that is a new beginning. I choose the feeling that is a new beginning. I choose the words that are a new beginning. I choose the actions that are a new beginning. I choose the me that is open to continually seeing life as a new beginning. Now, when we've made that choice, we've chosen truth. We've chosen an unlimited possibility of existence. And we've opened ourselves up to things that we've yet to imagine that will bring such joy, peace, and beauty into our lives. We will then, when we transcend this life, transcend in the most magnificent gratitude ever known to humankind. Remember, you are what you're looking for. Be you and be real. Let's pray. I know there is one. I know that it is infinite, it is all-knowing, it is everywhere present, it has always been, it always will be, and I am an individualization of it. I believe this with everything in my being. I know that as I am an individualization of it, all of it is present within me. All of its qualities are present within me. And as I know this for me, I know this for each and every person in the universe. So everyone listening to this prayer right here, right now, is an individualization of the infinite. And all the creative power of the infinite is present right where they are. And the universe, God, Lee, you, can never experience loss. Loss is a perception of the ego. And so I cast aside the idea of the ego, and I see that the ego is only there to serve me, not me to serve it, and not for you to serve it, but for it to serve you. Because the ego gives us desire, and desire causes us to create, to expand, to explore, to become more. So the ego can be our best friend. It's all in how we perceive it. And so I choose to perceive the ego as my ever-loving companion of expansion on the planet. And so we become friends. I invite each of you to make the ego your friend, your companion, not your judge, not your prison keeper, but your companion in expansion. I claim and know that for myself, and I claim and know that for you. And I know that what we put into the infinite mind says yes, yes, yes. And so knowing it does that without any further need for me to convince it, it takes what I believe, it makes it so. So I go into gratitude. And by going into gratitude, I affirm that which I've spoken. And in gratitude, I can release any doubt and simply know that the prayer I have spoken is now demonstrating in this human form. And so I bless it, I call it good, and I let it be. And so it is. Amen. Well, if you enjoyed what we do here, or any of the things that we offer at Agape, I invite you to use the law of circulation by making a donation. You'll see a link in Facebook, you'll see a link in YouTube, or you can go to agapespiritualcenter.com and make a donation. Here's what I know. Jim Rohn, I was listening to this week. And Jim Rohn said this. He says, if you want to live an extraordinary life, a life of well-being, if you are in a restaurant and two numbers come to you on what to tip, $5 or let's say $6 come to you, always tip the greater. Because $1 is nothing to you, but to the person you're giving it to, it's everything. And to your subconscious mind, when you choose the greater, you affirm to the infinite that you are truly abundant. Think about that. If two numbers come to you, what you should give to Agape today, I invite you to pick the higher. And you're getting two numbers because there was value. And when there's value, there's always an equal exchange of energy. So I invite you to make that donation. What I also invite you to do is, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Reveille Wallach, please do so. Help us get this message out. Help those artificial intelligence to spread the word about this teaching of Agape. Also, I invite you to go to agapespiritualcenter.com and look at the calendar and look at everything that we offer that you can plug into. We would love for you to be a part of our daily meditation group. Hear our daily thoughts that can change your life. Participate in our Wednesday gatherings. Sign up for classes and workshops. Come to one of our in-person Sunday services. We are there for you because we understand that our gift is being of service to you and the world to become more aware. That's our vision. To help humanity become more aware. It's just that simple. So I invite you to join me, to partner with me as we create a world that works for everyone. Until next week, I want you to know I love you and I accept you just like you are. Because you're unique and you're perfect. Go create a great life. Until next time, aloha.